Alexander Titov is a lecturer at Queen's University, Belfast, and he joins us now live. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us here on the program. Now, we've been hearing from delegates on both sides, back and forth, justifying their position at Donbass, but it's the first time the presidents are actually going to speak about this matter one-on-one. How do you think their meeting will go, and can we expect some sort of solution from the meeting?
Well, I think that the fact the meeting is taking place is already a step forward. I think Russia's strategy, or at least immediate concern, was to bring back its most important security concerns to the table to discuss it with the United States, because Russia believes that the United States is the only country really who decides things on these matters. And that's first step is happening. That's already a good thing. Whether there will be some kind of breakthrough or long-term solution found them, I don't think so. But the fact that at least the first step is being taken towards discussing this thing as a matter of priority is already a good sign.
Right, so you don't think there's going to be a major breakthrough at this meeting, which would indefinitely result to the U.S. imposing sanctions on Russia if Russia does go through with invading Ukraine? Do you see that happening? Do you see the U.S. imposing sanctions on Russia?
Well, I don't think, they would impose sanctions before Russia invades. The whole idea is that to warn Russia that there will be costs to its invasion, and those costs would be in terms of sanctions, economic sanctions against Russia. Russia, I think, knows this, and it's part of its calculus whether it wants to invade or not. But the point is that there is a resolved conflict in Ukraine, in eastern Ukraine, in Donbass, and also Russia is extremely unhappy about the whole kind of drifting of Ukraine into a security sphere of NATO in particular. So those are very kind of fundamental issues which are very difficult to resolve. The issue regarding issue of alignment of Ukraine, its kind of sovereign choices, the issue of semi-frozen conflict in Donbass and so forth. Those will not be resolved in one telephone call, video call. But at least could be some promise to start talking about those issues rather than trying to force them through by either invasion or economic sanctions.
Right. In the situation of sanctions, that would, I'm assuming, directly halt operations on the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, which would be a blow to Russia at this stage. Do you think today's circumstances, taking into consideration what's at stake here for both sides, do you think Russia's moves would be different compared to how it was treating the situation back in 2014?
Well, I think it all depends on the types of sanctions being imposed. If they are talking about switching Russia off from the Western financial system, switching off from SWIFT and so forth, it's not just a matter of Nord Stream, it's a matter of whole Russian trade and supplies, including energy, with Western Europe. And then all gas will stop because the Western banks customers will not be able to pay Russian counterparts in currency, and if they're not paid, there's no Russian supplies forthcoming. So I think if those sanctions are imposed, there'll be kind of complete breakdown, and then there'll be really nothing stopping Russia to actually going forward with the invasion anyway. So right. So I don't think that's we're quite there yet, and I think the Nord Stream 2 is being under various sanctions already by the United States, but the point of view that it's completed and it's just a matter of formalities in terms of technical formalities approving its operation by German authorities.
All right, Alexander Titov, thank you so much for joining us here on the News Hour. I appreciate your input.